I was trying to buy one of those like really dumb, highly detailed latex masks from Amazon for Fruitless, so that I do this whole elaborate bit of, all right, guys, it's you. You all have been asking so much to see what is the who
The
is the
Jackal
jackal
face
behind
docs.
behind the
Yeah.
jackal. And it's just gonna be like one of those stupid horse masks,
Oh,
or
that'd be good.
like there's one that always stuck with me, even from back, like this is almost like like several years ago. Someone was selling this hyper detailed emperor penguin mask, and it's terrifying. Its eyes like follow you through like wherever you move in the
That's
room.
pretty good.
We should all get Slipknot masks
Slipknot
We
masks.
should.
and
That's a
then
good idea.
never comment on it. Just
Exactly.
Just doing like a regular episode where we're just talking about the news, but all three of us are wearing Slipknot masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
And
just like,
jumpsuits.
yeah, the deficit. It is.
Yeah.
So how about them tariffs, everybody?
Yeah. How's X the Everything app reacting to the tariffs? I'm not on there anymore.
I
I'm not
I
out
haven't. I
You're
check
not?
it. I'm on it, but I don't check it much. I periodically peek at it. I have not seen. I mean, it's the same as the right is just about the tariffs in general, where they're like some of them are against it, but oh no, there was the awesome one where they're like, if it's between this and tariffs, I pick tariffs, and it was the video of the like HR ladies doing their dance. You know that one that they hate.
So
And
I
that was
have a
so
question
awesome.
about that.
That was so awesome.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
So I've seen that video before. They bring it out all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm still confused. I've tried to like scroll through as many of the comments as I have the stomach to and the patience, and I still. What are they mad at?
I think
I've watched that stupid video multiple times.
it's just annoying. That's the thing. That's the most of the emotion they seem to be experiencing on a heightened level that I can conjure is just annoyance. This is why like I kind of pushing a lot lately that I think like you naturally become reactionary if you lean too much into your like sense of annoyance at things. If you derive too much meaning from being annoyed by someone, you will end up a reactionary. I think that's just like I think that's what the internet has taught me.
I don't even know how it relates to. Look, I'm not new to the right wing's weird culture war fixations. You know, I've seen them react to really dumb stuff before, but there's usually some kind of through line that makes sense from even within like their mentality.
Yeah.
Of like how, like, why are you mad at this?
Yeah, and
why? I'm getting so upset about the video game because I don't want to see the brown people in it, or
or
woman not sexy enough for me. Something like there's
this
a through line
child isn't
there.
hot enough for me. Things like that.
Oh, good God!
Yeah,
well, you're not wrong. That's
unironically a thing they do. They've done on that's something I've seen on Twitter. Actually, I've seen that a few times now. It's always about the Last of Us, that they don't think that the actress of the girl in Last of Us is as hot as the child in Last of Us.
They're very comfortable talking about that, like to a ridiculous degree.
Yeah,
but so like there's a through line that depending on how pedophilic you are or how insane you are, there's a through line of like in the rotted out brain of your average internet conservative, there's like a logic to it that as why are they mad at this thing, it's because this for that video. I don't know why they're angry other than it's but even to the extent that they keep bringing it out over and over again.
It's
and
weird.
They act like it's like the touchstone of woke.
Well, yeah, because I mean, also,
I don't know why.
Because wokeness is entirely about getting mad at like HR, and that is just like a video of like an HR kind of thing. You know, like a team building exercise or something. I think that's ultimately it. Is it just encapsulates a certain type of like feminine HR scold to them? I think.
Yeah, Brenda from HR said, "I'm making everyone in the office feel real uncomfortable."
Yeah,
and you know that's like if that wasn't happening back in the day before we had woke.
when Trump got elected, there was all those business guys who would be like, finally, we could say the R word in the office again. Like, that's what it's all about. That's ultimately all of this.
And
it's just
now,
that.
like half of those hedge funds are going to be defunct by the end of the year.
That's so funny. It's so funny to like start setting your money on fire, to be like, I'm doing this to own HR that did not like my joke.
Do you remember that scene of the Joker lighting the pile of cash on fire in The Dark Knight? That, but like you're like, I'm doing it to own the libs.
Yeah, to own the libs.
And you're 100% serious about it, and then you turn here, it's like, well, what happened to the money?
Yeah, where'd all the money go?
We're not talking about that though.
No, we're talking today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fruitless Patreon. We are talking today about common side effects. We are following kind of the tradition now that Jackal kind of started of just, we are going to follow Joe Bennett's shit every time it happens. Anytime a new Joe Bennett product comes out, I think I'm talking about it. But what's beautiful about Common Side Effects is that isn't just Joe Bennett. We also have, you know, the man himself, Mike Judge, behind it. And so I thought, well, James, you're a man who brings up Idiocracy a lot. You got to be on this as well.
Some people even...
Go
I'm not even going to do the bit. Should I do the bit? I should do the bit. Some people even say it's a documentary. There we go.
Yeah, some people have said it's a comedy.
But it's actually...
You know, with the way things are going, I'm starting to think it might actually be a documentary. Actually, let me see something. Okay, bluesky.com. Now I'm just going to go into the search, hit the search button. So I'm going to type in Idiocracy documentary.
Oh, no.
This is one of my favorite Blue Sky bits that James has done is just go through periods where he retweets everything that comes up when you search Idiocracy documentary on Blue Sky.
So the latest post, that's top. Let's see, latest. 2 hours ago, Idiocracy was meant to be a comedy, not a documentary, by
That's so right.
Michael R. Huff.
He's so right.
He's so real for that one.
Replying to Mark O'Connell, 54% of Americans read below a 6th grade level. We're a nation of idiots.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I mean,
that's
Americans do be bad at reading.
We're so cool. That's so cool that we're like turning around on literacy rates. Like usually that's not a thing that declines, you know. That's usually like a steady increase since they invented the printing press.
Good about that.
Turning around historical trends that were put in place 500 years ago.
Buddy, we are going to abolish print media. We're going to abolish print media. We're going to abolish words.
We're going to abolish thinking.
Yeah.
We're just going to let the computer do all that for us.
No thinky bad. Just smooth like chicken breast.
Yes. This is the pivot to video, meant literally exterminating the ability to think, to write words, read them.
Computer, if I close my eyes, is mommy still there?
Grok. Grok, if I close my eyes. Grok, what is a peekaboo?
Grok, what is a peekaboo?
When objects get farther away, do they actually get smaller?
Grok, if my teddy is taken away, is it gone forever or will he come back?
Grok, if you break my candy bar in half, do I actually have 2 candy bars?
Grok, do I have to share the candy bar with Billy?
Grok, why is a nickel not worth more money than a dime as it is bigger?
And it responds, but then it went a really strange detour about white genocide in South Africa. I don't know what that part was about.
Oh my god. Yeah, so we're following the tradition, the fruitless tradition of I only watch a TV show if my friends bully me about it and then tell me they will make a podcast content.
This is the only way to get him to watch anything, by the way. If it's not a movie, this is how you have to get him to watch TV shows.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey Josiah, when's the Moral Oral episode happening?
Oh man, it'll probably be both of you on that too, because you're both the ones that are on me about that the most.
I've been trying to tell you to watch that show for 5 years.
I'm sure it's great. I know it's great. All right, I know it's going to be great. I will get
5 years.
Yeah.
Yes, it's one of the handfuls of early aughts Adult Swim shows I think still holds up pretty well.
Oh, yeah, no. And I would argue that it did a lot of the same things that later Adult Swim shows would go on to do and become very famous for. And if you were to ask me, I think Moral Oral did it better than some of the more famous examples. But yeah, it's the exact kind of thing that I know that you would like, Josiah. I know you would dig it a lot.
Moral Oral has one of my favorite jokes of all time. I think I've posted about this before, but
what is it?
I think that might be a little bit of a spoiler, but it takes like 3 seasons to set up. But the entire show, Moral Oral's dad always complains about having to go to a stupid dead end job. And in the last season, you find out that he's the town's mayor.
Oh fuck, that's really funny. That's really good.
Oh, that's so good.
Well, hey, speaking of Adult Swim, and also spoilers, because we do that, right? So this time last year when we did the Scavenger's Reign episode, Jackal, we were trying really hard to get people to watch the show, so we were doing our best not to spoil things. I think for this episode, what we should do is have that chunk that's kind of that way when we talk about it for like the first 20 minutes, and then we will have an official from here on out, we're spoiling everything. Because I can't imagine us not talking about where it goes, but I do want, if someone hasn't watched this, us to convince them to watch it. So,
and there was a little bit more of a prescient drive to get people to watch it when we recorded that episode, because it was up in the air whether Scavenger's Reign would get a second season or not. We now know that, at least for now, unfortunately, that's not the case. There is a story.
There's a whole storyboard for it. It's just waiting to be, made.
To be animated for voice acting. It exists. We know it exists. There are scripts. There is, finished storyboard. I think even like a finished like animation test. Like it does exist, and it is just gonna wait there. Hopefully, one day it will get done. But that was, the drive was at the time. Go listen to that episode where we go a little bit more into detail about like the production history behind it. But Max, which is now HBO Max again.
That's so funny.
We're
money
doing
was
this.
Blown on that? Of like rebranding and then rebranding.
How many meetings do you think they had about this?
How many emails?
Oh God!
They sent emails in that process.
There was like some cold open video of like a John Cena filming like a promo for Peacemaker season 2, and he found out there that instead of saying Max, you say HBO Max, and he was like, okay, so we're doing that. To be clear, we're back to that now.
We're back to HBO Max. Oh,
we were HBO Max, then we're Max. Now we're HBO Max again, but without the purple.
Oh, is that it? They're gonna still keep the logo black though?
They're keeping the logo black. I think that like if you look at the HBO, like it kind of looks like. I don't know.
What there was some annoying purpose of this?
There was a very annoying meeting where several. Let me correct myself. There were several very annoying meetings about this very fact. I can't tell you what happened in them, but I'm sure they were a drag for everyone involved, except for one guy who was really excited about it.
Oh my God.
This was a preview for a Patreon-only episode. So check out the show notes if you want to hear more.